And we will run through the teams for you. Charlton have Bob Boulder in goal, Darren Pitcher at 2, Scott Minto at 3, Andy Peake, the captain, at 4. Number 5 is a change from the team sheet. In fact, it's the same as it was on Sunday. Steve Gritt, the player coach, in for the injured Simon Webster. Steve Gatting at 6, Robert Lee at 7. Number 8, there is a third appearance for Paul Bacon in the Charlton lineup. 9, Carl Leaburn, Gary Nelson at 10, Colin Walsh at 11. For Fulham, Jim Stannard in goal, John Marshall at 2, 3, Martin Pike, 4, Mark Newson, 5, Jeff Eckhardt, Glenn Thomas at 6, Peter Scott at 7, Udo Onwere at 8, Kelly Haag at 9, Gary Brazil at 10, and number 11, Simon Morgan. The substitutes for Charlton, Steve Brown at 12, Andy Salako at 14, and for Fulham, Steve Milton at 12, and Gary Cobb at 14. Referee Mike James gets us underway here at Upton Park. Charlton Athletic, red shirts, white shorts and red socks. Fulham in white shirts, black shorts and white socks. Charlton attacking the goal to our left, defending the North Bank end here at Upton Park, and it's an early touch for Jim Stannard, the Fulham goalkeeper. Leaburn wins the header. Falls for Eckhardt, but now there's a chance for Charlton as Walsh puts Nelson in on the far side. Nelson with a chance for Charlton. Gary Nelson for Charlton. Leaburn, surely! Leaburn scores for Charlton. 1-0. Carl Leaburn scores again. And Carl Leaburn celebrates his second goal in 2 games. A handshake there from Andy Peake. A handshake there from Colin Walsh. Nelson accepts the congratulations of his teammates, but Carl Leaburn was on hand to snap up the rebound. Charlton 1, Fulham 0 here at Upton Park. Carl Leaburn, the goal scorer, on 13 minutes. Here's Walsh for Charlton. Nelson tried to take over from Walsh, didn't quite work out, but Gatting steps in well for Charlton, and now Minto forward for Leaburn. Lovely 1-2 with Scott Minto. Now Scott Minto bearing down on goal. Minto with a chance. Minto scores for Charlton. 2-0. Scott Minto. A lovely 1-2 with Carl Leaburn, and Minto tucked the ball away in fine style for Charlton on 22 minutes. And it's Charlton Athletic 2, Fulham 0. But you mustn't underestimate the part played in that move by Carl Leaburn. A lovely back heel from Carl Leaburn, and now it's 3-on-3 for Charlton. Walsh has got Robert Lee going outside him on the left. Lee now with a chance for Charlton. Can he pull it back? Good save again by Jim Stannard. And Stannard really has kept Fulham in the game. And the Fulham fans behind the goal to my left, not at all happy with their team. And the referee has given a throw-in again. And here's Simon Morgan with a lot of space. Leaburn goes to shut him down. Newson now with a chance for a drive possibly. Instead it goes wide on the right to Marshall. Marshall closed down by Minto. In he comes. A ridiculous effort by... I don't believe it. And John Marshall wins a penalty for Fulham. And I must admit, I'm absolutely stunned by that. He seemed to stumble in the area. But referee Mike James has decided that that is good enough for a penalty. And Fulham have a chance to pull it back to 2-1. It looks like Gary Brazil for Fulham. Brazil against Bob Boulder from the penalty spots. He scores. 2-1. Fulham pull a goal back. And the celebrations for the visiting side here at Upton Park. And Charlton rocked by that goal from Gary Brazil on 52 minutes. There really didn't seem to be any danger at all as Marshall advanced to the right-hand side. He seemed to stumble, but Mike James didn't agree and gave a penalty instead, and now Charlton have a little bit of work to do. 2-1 they lead. Here's Carl Leaburn. Robert Lee now. Cross coming in. Walsh on the far side. Walsh with the header! It's there! Colin Walsh! And what a perfect response for Charlton. And a superb header by Colin Walsh. I don't think a Fulham player touched the ball after the kick-off. In Charlton, 3-1. Developing into a bit more of a contest here at Upton Park this evening. 54 minutes gone. Charlton 3, Fulham 1. But Fulham a little bit more in the game here at the moment. The cross comes in from Pike. Leaburn tries to get up and heads the ball away. Here's Robert Lee for Charlton. But they're all of a mess on the edge of the area. And another penalty. The linesman on the far side puts his flag across his chest, and it's going to be another penalty. The linesman on the far side decided that there was an infringement on the edge of the area. Mr. B.J. Foreman, I think, on the far side of the field. And it looks as if Gary Brazil will have another chance to pull Fulham within one goal here this evening. It's Boulder versus Brazil, part 2. And what an astonishing turn of events in the last 3 minutes. Another penalty for Fulham. Will Brazil go to the same corner again? Brazil against Boulder. He does again, and he scores again. And again the celebrations for the Fulham fans as Gary Brazil pulls it back to 3-2. Leaburn making tracks on the right hand side. Boulder didn't see him. It's gone long downfield. Robert Lee with a header inside for Nelson. And now Nelson with a chance for Charlton. Gary Nelson. And it's so close for Nelson. And Jim Stannard just didn't know much about that one. It went through Stannard's legs, clipped his heels and went wide for a corner. And Nelson must wonder what he's got to do to score. And he thumps the ball at the back of the net there in frustration. He could have had 4 this evening, Gary Nelson. Morgan wins the header. Steve Gritt heads on, finds Nelson. Nelson under pressure. Robert Lee also dispossessed by Pike, and now Fulham bring away the ball with Brazil. Gatting steps in and does really well there for Charlton. And here's Darren Fisher. Clears downfield looking for Leaburn. Leaburn couldn't quite get the flick on. Paul Bacon. Lovely ball from Bacon looking for Andy Peake. Down the middle. Andy Peake with a chance for Charlton. Another good save from Stannard. It's gone in. It has. It's there. Andy Peake for Charlton. And Charlton lead 4-2 here at Upton Park. And that really was a goal they needed from the captain. Peake applauds his teammates. Paul Bacon goes across there to accept the congratulations. It was Paul Bacon whose pass set Peake through. Peake a handshake there from Colin Walsh. Stannard again with another save, but he couldn't get back to retrieve the ball, and it got over the line. It rather looked like Haag held off Pitcher, but here's Robert Lee for Charlton, bringing the ball away, and he finds Nelson far side. Nelson with time to get the cross in left-footed, looking for Leaburn at the far post. Leaburn heads the ball back. Robert Lee with a dummy. Oh, a fine save, orders at the post, and Andy Peake denied. That's gone down well with the Charlton fans. The Rumbelows, who of course sponsor the League Cup, have chosen Carl Leaburn as the man of the match. He wins a Sony colour television for his efforts, and perhaps if he tunes into Thames News, he'll see his goal on the telly, I'd have thought, possibly this evening. Well done, Carl, deservedly so. First of many, I would have thought. It's certainly if this form keeps up. And now Paul Bacon for Charlton. Nelson, and a ball for Robert Lee. What a ball by Gary Nelson. Robert Lee for Charlton. This could be the goal of the match. Saved again by Stannard. And Steve Gritt goes back to Darren Pitcher, and Darren Pitcher will probably knock it square and get it back and knock it back to his goalkeeper, and 1 or 2 more precious seconds are wasted, and that indeed is the final whistle here at Upton Park. The Rumbelows League Cup, first round, first leg, and Gary Nelson goes across to shake Jim Stannard's hand, and well he might. And also the Charlton players go across to applaud the Charlton fans. Great backing here tonight. And a worthy performance by Charlton.